Do you have an area of your house that you are just ashamed of? An area of your house that stresses you out to no end. You're always thinking about it, but you just can't seem to find the time to tackle the whole project all at once. So you keep pushing it off. First of all, you're not alone. You're not the only one. Me too. But second of all, let's fix it. We're not going to leave it that way. Let's do it together. Today, we're going to work for just 10 minutes. That is 600 seconds. You can do it. We're going to do it together. And this is actually day 3 of a 4-part series where we are tackling that area of our homes together 10 minutes at a time. But if you missed parts 1 and 2, don't click away. You don't really have to watch these in any particular order, but you are going to want to go back and watch all 4 parts of this series because we are covering a different topic every single day. Day 1, we talked about how do these spaces happen in the first place, and it's not what you think. Day 2, we talked about 10 minutes and why it actually matters more than you think it does. And day 3, which is today, we are going to be talking about setting realistic expectations for ourselves as busy moms, especially when it comes to areas like this in our house. And day 4, we are going to be talking about inspiration versus motivation, the difference between the two and how people confuse them, and how we can rely on one of them, but we can't rely on the other. I hope you won't passively watch this video. This is intended for us to get up and do something together. Hit pause, go to that spot in your house, and we're going to set a timer and we're going to work for just 10 minutes together. You can do this. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with day 3 of this challenge. And as we work today, I want to begin with the question, why do these areas fill us with so much shame and stress? If your mess is anything like my mess, this closet is full of items that I'm just not using in this current season of life, or things that are used so infrequently that I just don't need to get into them that often. We're talking maternity clothes, baby clothes that have been outgrown, kids' clothes that have been passed down for my big girls but are too big still for my little girls, and so they're just kind of in a holding place right now in this closet. But the very nature of the things that I'm storing in this closet make it so that realistically, I could just close the door on this closet and leave it this way indefinitely, and it shouldn't really bother me that much. But it does bother me. It fills me with shame and stress just knowing that this closet exists in my home. And I want to talk today about why that is. And I think the reason that it bothers me so much is because I feel like I should be able to have every part of my home completely under control at all times. And this closet and these doom rooms and these doom piles in our homes are blatant advertisements that is just not the case. Nothing screams, I don't have my life under control quite as loudly as a closet that you can no longer shut the door on. But let's take a moment and discuss, should we really have that expectation of ourselves that we can and should be able to have everything perfectly under control in our homes at all times? Where does that expectation come from? Maybe there are certain seasons of life when you're able to handle a little bit more than others, but there's certainly come other times when maybe you're postpartum, maybe you're pregnant, maybe you're in a very busy season of life, maybe you're caring for somebody else, maybe your work is extremely busy. There are so many reasons why sometimes we just don't have the capacity to be having everything perfect in our homes all the time, but we still feel like we should be able to do it all the time. And why is that? And I think honestly, a big part of that is because of social media, specifically the big influencers who are even in this particular genre of content, this mom content on the internet. We see a chopped together, beautiful version of their lives, and they give us advice about how to clean and how to organize and how to do this and how to do that. But few ever really bother to turn the camera around and show the mess that is just off screen. And I get it, believe me. I am fairly new to this mom content arena, but I already feel a certain level of pressure, a certain level of expectation that I think my viewers want to see from me. a standard that I have to set. But I would rather just be real with you. There are areas in all of our homes that look like this. Areas where we drop the ball. And that's just the nature of juggling 100 balls, is that for every 10 you're able to keep up, there's going to be 10 that drop. We just can't manage everything perfectly all the time. My point is, we need to be so careful about how we compare ourselves to others. There's a story in the Bible about a husband and wife who decided to sell their property and donate a portion of the profits to the church, which would have been great, except for the fact that they lied and they said that the amount that they donated was the total amounts that they had received for the property. And it wasn't. And God was so mad about this that he killed them right then and there. And these influencers that you see online, they may be giving you good, solid advice that you can follow, but they may also be saying that the portion that they're showing you is the full story. Now, does that make them malicious or that they're trying to hurt you intentionally by doing that? No, I don't think so. And at least some part of it might be that you just can't, for your own safety, show everything about your life online. So I'm not judging anybody for not showing 100% of your life. I'm not going to be able to show 100% of my life to you. But I never want to give you that illusion that everything you're seeing is 100% of the story. And I just want you as a viewer to be mindful of the fact that you do not have to try to achieve the standard that you're seeing portrayed online, because no one achieves that standard. At least not all the time. So as we continue to work for a few more minutes, I'm going to stop talking so that we can take a moment to reflect on whether you've been holding yourself to an unfair standard. Are you comparing your closet of shame to someone else's highlight reel? Are you so stressed and full of shame about this area of your home that you hope no one ever sees? Rather than keeping it hidden, let's let it into the light. And let's work on it for 10 minutes at a time. Let's face it head on until we start to make a dent. It can be so uncomfortable to face these areas in our home, but you're doing amazing. If you've been following along since day one, you've now worked for 30 minutes on this space, and I bet you've started to make a dent. And if you're starting to see some progress, again, I want to caution you to not push yourself too far, because we want to be able to consistently show up and tackle this project a little bit at a time. But if the motivation is just building too much and you really want to keep going, I will give you a homework assignment. Before tomorrow, when we come back for day 4, why don't you go ahead and do one more 10-minute session today, if you're feeling motivated and up to it. So once again, our time is up for the day, and I cannot believe how much I've accomplished in just 3 10-minute sessions of working on this closet. The closet is completely empty behind me, and I've got 6 boxes completely sorted, and I only have one more box and one more basket of things that need to be sorted. And it's only taken me 30 minutes. And if you've been following along since day one, you've also now got 3 10-minute sessions under your belt. And hopefully you're starting to see some progress too. You are doing amazing. And I'm so happy that you decided to get up and do something with me and not just watch passively. Make sure that you are subscribed so you do not miss part 4 when it comes out tomorrow. We are going to be talking about inspiration versus motivation, the difference between the two, why people confuse them, and why one is reliable but one is not. And it is going to be our final day of working together for 10 minutes on that area of our house. So I hope you'll come back tomorrow for day 4. But today, I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Do you struggle with the comparison trap? Do you feel unnecessary shame around these kinds of areas in your home because you're comparing yourself to someone else's highlight reel? Let me know how you've been feeling and if today was helpful for you. And if it was, make sure you share it with a friend who might also be dealing with the exact same thing. But as always, thank you so much for watching. You're doing amazing. Keep up the good work, and I will see you tomorrow.